I learned music from early childhood on, as I grew up playing several instruments. And later on, I also visited a musical high school where I got to know my mentors, FTP Doctor and Dysite. And they taught me a lot about music production and DSP in general during our music collaboration sessions. And I'm very happy to still work with them today on a different level. It's a lot of fun. If I could spend one day with one of my heroes in the studio, it would actually be Timbaland, as he's such a skilled producer and influenced me greatly during my teenage years, especially as I was listening to tons of pop music back then. And I think that he has such a huge skill set and such a great vision about music that it would be very interesting to hang out with him. And another person would be Stimming, because this guy also influenced me greatly with his view on production and the technical aspects of it. I received 2 key feedbacks throughout my musical path in electronic music. One was by FTP Doctor. It was right in the beginning when I started out. He asked me, "Do you really know what's going on in your bass section?" Because he said it's very important that you are aware where in which frequency range the bass line and the kick drum are playing, what happens when they're playing at the same time, and do you have gaps in between so that they can breathe, actually. And this helps me a lot to create good grooves which translate well on a big sound system in a club, for example. And the second one was by Batu, a bit more recently. He told me that it's very important to create a very memorable moment in each track. This changed the whole perspective about how I think in terms of arrangement. It's very helpful. Good feedback for me is honest feedback. This means that I don't want to hear that the track is great. I want to hear what's bad about it so that I can improve it in the end. I like feedback which is kind of technical, but which is also thinking about the final message of the track. This means that when I give the technical aspects, which I would improve in the track, that I'm always thinking about the emotional message in the end, which should come out, and that my feedback should help to translate this message to the listener in the end. My first releases were all ambient singles as self-releases on my Bandcamp page, and my feedback about those arose super fast because I realized during club gigs that I just simply made the bass line way too loud. It's a very standard mistake of home studio producers or near-field monitoring producers in general. And from today's perspective, I would probably recommend myself to turn these bass lines lower by 5 or 10 dB, probably.